Well, aren't I in luck today? It's not every day I get to run into my favorite person. I don't see anyone else in front of me. That's what makes me like you so much, So bold that you'd stray so far from the safety of your friends not even a day after a major battle. It's not even enough time to address your wounds. Still, I gotta say, I'm impressed. How'd I miss the memo that you were strong enough to take care of yourself on your own? Ooh, or is that what you meant? Are they all watching from the bushes? To see where this goes, of course. I don't know about that. Ambushing doesn't seem to be your style, especially not for something like this. Well, ambushing requires everyone being on the same page, and you might want to work on that some more. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're out here all alone, aren't you? Unless I checked, you need more than one person to make that plan work. Hope they didn't fall asleep on the job. It's way too quiet. Or did they all become masters of stealth in the last 12 hours? You must have one hell of a team to pull a stunt like that. What a shame. It would have been nice to have them around for such a momentous occasion. Taking such a big step that not everyone can say they have. Too bad your friends don't see that charisma and presence that would convince them to watch you lead the charge in making me fall to my knees. Oh, don't worry about that. I think you're perfectly fine where you are. I wouldn't want you to be as boring as the actual leader. Can you imagine? Making all of these plans to come after me in the worst possible ways, or even worse, ignoring me altogether for some low-life wannabe world ender. God, don't you all ever get bored of that? Look, these guys are all talk, and you can probably leave them alone until they can't handle their egos not being stroked. They can wait. You need to prioritize those once-in-a-lifetime experiences. There's only one first time for everything. First meetings, first time picking up a sword, first battles against your enemies, maybe first friends, loves, first time telling a secret to your closest of kin about who you'd love to share that first kiss with. Oh, but maybe that's what makes it difficult for you to move up in the ranks. Leaders are all about being upfront about their plans and not keeping big secrets to themselves. Telling one friend one thing and another might result in some mixed signals, especially if they're not very keen on the full picture. Why don't I give you a lesson in leadership then? Let's start by practicing what you should say to your friends next time you've got the chance. I have a thing for my enemy, and I'd love for her to give me my first kiss. No, don't forget. This is a lesson, remember? You'll be the one to tell them that. I will have no part in it. Well, it's true, isn't it? Or are you just a prolific liar? Because that won't earn you any marks with your friends either. That's what makes me a good teacher, You get a lesson on being a good leader and how to be stealthy. Something I pride myself in. I can prove it some more. Let me list out a couple more things I'm not supposed to know. Let's start with our first friend, who was lucky enough to hear straight from your mouth that you were embarrassed by your attraction to me and to my confidence in the fact that I always seem to know what I'm doing. Honestly, I should give you some credit for your perceptiveness. Glad you and I see eye to eye in that. Unfortunately, that other friend didn't get the most important fact, even with how detailed you were in your description of the type of person you would like to have your first kiss from. It had to be someone confident that always seemed to know what they're doing. Also might help if they're very good looking. But most importantly, Out of all things. That person needs to be worth dating, right? Now, what do you think if someone heard all of that and put two and two together? Kind of a funny coincidence how some things just happen to match up. But maybe that's why neither friend got the full story, huh? Oh, but the best part is you don't have to sit through all of that embarrassment ever again, because the one person who matters in all of this already knows exactly what you want. But that's a weight off your chest. Oh, don't you worry, sweetheart. We can get rid of all those doubts you have left, so it'll be a lot easier for you to choose what you want to do. If you want, I can start telling you a little more about myself so you can decide whether I'm worth dating. We can always wait for the actual date to learn more about each other. I'd love to hear all those things that might be a little too spicy to share with your friends. But before we can have all of that fun, you should probably let them know that you'll be out for a bit longer than expected. Otherwise, they might start questioning things. And I'm not sure you're ready to be honest about something this scandalous just yet. If that's too much, we can start with meeting up behind everyone else's backs like right now. Nothing too formal, and I can already imagine the different stories you'll be telling your friends. One hears you confronted me all alone, while another hears that you finally got the first kiss you always wanted. Oh, but what if they accidentally bring it up to each other? I wonder how they'll try to make sense of that. Maybe you bravely came to confront me one-on-one, but I, being the type to always know what I'm doing, gets the upper hand, and by some miracle, the perfect savior rushes in and catches me off guard. I end up promptly defeated because she seems to know what she's doing. You're so swept off your feet that you and your savers celebrate your victory with a passionate kiss. There's just a few problems with that. You happened to mention that you find me attractive, and I can't be defeated so easily. So the truth might just end up coming out in the end. That you confronted me and got your first kiss in the process, of course. That's the thing. I can give it to you right now. Yeah, simple as that. Honestly, there's no other reason that I want to take that first doll for myself. And you said it yourself, that's what you wanted, right? We both get what we want in the end, so I see no problem here. You're my favorite. More than enough of a reason to want to, I think. Worst that can happen is I can bite your lip. Well, you're more than welcome to bite back. Might as well go for it then. No need to be nervous. You'll get exactly what you wanted. It's my job to make everything perfect. You just have to sit back and enjoy the experience. Relax. You'll be okay. It'll be very quick. Or it doesn't have to be. Whatever you prefer. Oh, it's gotta be memorable. And I've gotta live up to my reputation of knowing exactly what I'm doing. I can't let anyone else beat me in that. Yeah. I'll make it worth it. Was that exactly how you imagined it? Good. Now we've got to figure out if I'm worth dating now, huh? I've got to tell you a little bit more about myself then. First, I'll let you in on something important you need to know about me before you make that judgment. Unfortunately, I don't always know what I'm doing. As flattered as I am that you think that about me, sometimes I just need to improvise and hope things go as planned. And that includes right now. That was my first kiss, too. Glad I'm good enough to pretend like it's not. But can't fake it till you make it, you know? I need to live up to that reputation. So I'm going to need more practice. It's gotta be with you so I can convince you. You're the one keeping that reputation alive. Tell me what I need to do. Think about it right now, then. Is that really enough? If not, I can go on for as long as I need to. You've got plenty more opportunities to figure it out. Doesn't have to be today. There's lots of times between battles now. Maybe your friends taking their dear sweet time to fix up after every fight is a blessing in disguise. I can go all out for the next one to give us even more time. I am very confident I can. Let me make preparations for that so I'm ready for it. In the meantime, you've got something to tell your friends. Yeah, none of this beating around the bush about who you want your first kiss from. This time it has to be, I'm happy she was my first kiss. They can figure that out on their own while we work on your honesty. You've got to be once you're certain I'm worth dating. So we actually can. Enemies or not, I've got a reputation to uphold. And I will.